Hello everyone, welcome to Easy English for Everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share to receive the latest videos. Now let's study together.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a story about a very exciting place, the land of opportunity. Many people dream of going to this place. Why? Because it's a place where you can work hard and maybe, just maybe, make your dreams come true. Our story is about a young man named Leo. Leo lived in a small village far away. His village was beautiful, with green fields and blue skies. But life was hard. There weren't many jobs, and it was difficult to earn money. Leo had big dreams. He wanted to have a good life, help his family, and see the world. One day, Leo heard stories about the land of opportunity. People said it was a place where anyone could succeed if they tried hard enough. They said there were many jobs and chances to learn new things. Leo's heart started to beat faster. Could this be the place for him? Could he find his opportunity there? Let's find out about Leo's adventure in the land of opportunity. We will read his story in chapters. Each chapter will be short and easy to understand. We will learn new words and see how Leo faces new challenges and exciting adventures. Are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1. Leo's Village and a Big Idea. Leo lived in a small, quiet village. The houses were old, but cozy. The streets were dusty, but friendly. Everyone knew each other. They helped each other. Life was simple. Every morning, the sun woke Leo up. He would hear the birds singing outside his window. He lived with his family, his mother, his father, and his little sister, Mia. They were a happy family, but they didn't have much money. Leo's father was a farmer. He worked very hard in the fields all day. Leo's mother took care of the house and Mia. Leo helped his father after school. He learned about planting seeds, taking care of animals, and harvesting crops. It was hard work, but Leo was a strong and helpful young man. But Leo dreamed of more than farming. He loved to read books. He read about big cities, tall buildings, and exciting inventions. He read about people who started with nothing and became successful. These stories made Leo think. He wanted to do something big. He wanted to make a difference. One evening, Leo was talking to his grandfather. Grandfather was a wise old man. He had seen many things in his life. Leo told his grandfather about his dreams. He said, "Grandfather, I want to go to the land of opportunity. I want to find a good job and earn money to help our family. I want to learn new things and see the world." Grandfather listened carefully. He smiled gently. He said, "Leo, the land of opportunity is far away. It's not easy to go there. It's a different country with different customs and a different language." Leo nodded. "I know, Grandfather, but I am ready to work hard. I am ready to learn. I believe I can do it." Grandfather looked at Leo with pride. "If you believe in yourself, Leo, you can do anything. The land of opportunity is indeed a place of chances. But remember, opportunity is not just given. You have to find it and work for it." Leo felt encouraged by his grandfather's words. He decided then and there he would go to the land of opportunity. He would find his chance to make his dreams real. He told his parents about his plan. At first, they were worried. It was a long journey, and they would miss him very much. But they saw the determination in Leo's eyes. They knew he was serious. After many talks and planning, Leo's parents agreed. They would support him. They saved some money to help him start his journey. Leo was so happy and grateful. He knew it was a big step, but he was excited and ready for the adventure. He started to learn English. He borrowed books and practiced speaking with his friends who knew a little English. He knew learning the language was very important. Leo was preparing for his big journey to the land of opportunity. He was full of hope and a little bit nervous. What will happen next? Will he reach his dream? Let's continue to Chapter 2 and find out. Chapter 2. Leaving home and the long journey. Saying goodbye was hard. Leo hugged his mother, his father, and little Mia very tightly. Tears were in their eyes, but they smiled and wished him good luck. Leo promised to call them and write letters. He promised to work hard and make them proud. With a small bag on his shoulder, Leo left his village. He walked to the bus stop. The bus would take him to the city, and from there, he would go to the airport. It was the first time Leo traveled alone. He felt a mix of sadness and excitement. Sad to leave his family, but excited for the new adventure. The bus journey was long and bumpy. Leo looked out of the window. He saw fields, trees, and small towns passing by. He thought about his family, his village, and his future. He practiced his English words in his head. Hello, thank you. Excuse me, where is... When Leo arrived at the airport, it was very big and busy. There were so many people speaking different languages. Planes were taking off and landing every few minutes. Leo felt a little lost and confused. He had never been to such a big place before. He found the check-in counter for his flight. The lady at the counter spoke English very fast. Leo tried to understand. He showed her his ticket and passport. She smiled and spoke slowly. Welcome. Where are you going today? Leo replied, to the land of opportunity, please. The lady smiled again. Ah, the land of opportunity. Many dreams go there. Here is your boarding pass. Have a good flight. Leo felt happy. He understood. His English was getting better. He went through security and found his gate. He waited for his flight. He watched the planes outside the window. They looked so big and powerful. He imagined himself flying high in the sky towards his new life. Finally, it was time to board the plane. Leo found his seat and put his bag above his head. The plane started to move. It went faster and faster. Then, suddenly, they were in the air. Leo looked out of the window. The ground became smaller and smaller. Clouds were everywhere. It was an amazing view. The flight was very long. Leo watched movies, listened to music, and tried to sleep. The food on the plane was new and interesting. He tried to talk to the person sitting next to him. She was a kind lady. She spoke English, but she spoke slowly and clearly for Leo. They talked about their journeys and dreams. After many hours, the pilot announced, "We are now landing in the land of opportunity." Leo looked out of the window again. Below, he saw a huge city with bright lights. It was night time. The city looked like a sea of stars on the ground. He felt his heart beat faster. He had arrived. When Leo got off the plane, he was in a big, modern airport. Everything was new and different. He followed the signs to immigration. The officer asked him some questions in English. Leo answered as best as he could. He showed his passport and visa. After a few minutes, the officer smiled and said, "Welcome to the land of opportunity." Leo smiled back. He was finally here. He picked up his bag and walked out of the airport. He took a deep breath of the fresh, night air of the land of opportunity. His adventure was just beginning. Chapter 3: First Days and First Challenges. Stepping out of the airport, Leo felt a bit overwhelmed. Everything was so big, so bright, and so noisy. There were cars everywhere, lights flashing, and people rushing around. It was very different from his quiet village. Leo had saved some money, but not much. He knew he needed to find a place to stay and a job quickly. He had the address of a small, cheap hotel that his friend recommended. He needed to find a way to get there. Outside the airport, there were many taxis. Leo saw a taxi driver. He went to him and said, "Excuse me, hotel? Address." He showed the driver the address written on a piece of paper. The driver looked at the paper, nodded, and said, "Okay, hop in." Leo got into the taxi. The driver spoke English very fast. Leo could not understand everything, but he understood enough to know they were going to his hotel. The taxi ride was exciting and scary at the same time. The roads were wide, and cars drove very fast. Buildings were tall and impressive. Leo looked around with wide eyes. Everything was so new and different. Finally, they arrived at the hotel. It was a small, simple building. Leo paid the driver and thanked him. He went inside the hotel. The person at the front desk was friendly. He spoke slowly and helped Leo check in. Leo's room was small, but clean. It had a bed, a table, and a chair. It was simple, but it was enough for now. Leo was tired from the long journey. He put his bag down, took a shower, and went to bed. He fell asleep quickly, dreaming of his new life. The next morning, Leo woke up early. He was excited to explore the city. He went outside and started walking. He walked around his neighborhood. He saw shops, restaurants, and parks. He heard people speaking English all around him. It was a little difficult to understand everything, but he tried his best. Leo knew he needed to find a job. He started looking for job advertisements. He looked in newspapers and online. He saw many jobs advertised, but most of them required experience or special skills. Leo didn't have much experience, and his English was still not very good. He went into some shops and restaurants and asked if they were hiring. Many places said no, or not now. It was a little discouraging. Leo started to feel a bit worried. Finding a job was harder than he thought. One day, Leo was walking in the park. He saw a man sitting on a bench. The man looked sad and lonely. Leo felt like talking to him. He sat down on the bench next to the man and said, "Hello." The man looked up, surprised. He smiled weakly and said, "Hello." Leo asked, "Are you okay?" The man sighed. "Not really. I'm looking for a job, but it's very hard. I've been looking for weeks." Leo understood. He felt the same way. He said, "Me too. I just arrived in this city. I am also looking for a job." The man looked at Leo with interest. "Where are you from?" he asked. Leo told him about his village and his journey. He told him about his dreams. The man listened patiently. His name was David. David had been living in the city for a few years, but he was still struggling to find good work. David said, "It's tough here, especially when you are new, but don't give up. There are opportunities, but you have to look for them." David and Leo talked for a long time. They shared their experiences and gave each other encouragement. David knew some places that might be hiring. He told Leo about a restaurant that was looking for kitchen helpers. Leo was excited. A kitchen helper job might be a good start. He thanked David for the information. They exchanged phone numbers and promised to stay in touch. Leo felt a little bit more hopeful. Maybe things were starting to look up. Chapter 4. Meeting Mr. Ben. The next day, Leo went to the restaurant that David told him about. It was a busy, popular place. The smell of food was delicious. Leo went inside and asked to speak to the manager. The manager was a kind-looking older man. His name was Mr. Ben. Leo told Mr. Ben that he was looking for a job. He said he was hardworking and eager to learn. He admitted that his English was still improving. Mr. Ben listened carefully. He looked at Leo. He saw a young man with honest eyes and a determined face. He liked Leo's attitude. Mr. Ben said, "We are indeed looking for a kitchen helper. It's hard work, and it can be busy, but if you are willing to learn, we can give you a chance." Leo was so happy. "Yes, sir. I am willing to work hard. Thank you for giving me a chance." Mr. Ben smiled. "Okay, Leo. You can start tomorrow. Be here at 9 a.m. We will show you what to do." Leo thanked Mr. Ben again and again. He could not believe his luck. He had found a job. It was not a dream job, but it was a start. It was an opportunity. He called David to tell him the good news. David was very happy for him. Leo started working at the restaurant the next day. It was hard work, just like Mr. Ben said. He had to wash dishes, clean vegetables, and help the cooks prepare food. It was hot and busy in the kitchen. Everyone spoke English very fast. Leo sometimes felt confused and overwhelmed. But Leo didn't give up. He worked hard and listened carefully. He asked questions when he didn't understand. The other kitchen staff were also busy, but they were friendly. Some of them tried to speak slowly and clearly for Leo. Mr. Ben was also very patient and helpful. He showed Leo how to do things and encouraged him. Mr. Ben saw that Leo was a good worker. He was always on time, always ready to help, and always polite. He was also eager to learn. Mr. Ben started teaching Leo more things. He taught him how to prepare simple dishes. He taught him about different ingredients. Leo was so grateful to Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben was not just his boss, he was also like a mentor. He helped Leo not only with his job, but also with his English and his life in the new city. Mr. Ben told Leo about places to visit, things to do, and how to get around the city. One day, Mr. Ben called Leo into his office. Leo was a little nervous. He wondered if he had done something wrong. Mr. Ben smiled and said, "Leo, you have been working here for a few months now. I am very impressed with your work. You are a hard worker, and you learn quickly. Your English is also improving a lot." Leo felt happy and proud. "Thank you, Mr. Ben. I try my best." Mr. Ben continued, "I want to give you a promotion. I want to make you a cook's assistant. You will learn more about cooking and get paid more money." Leo was surprised and excited. "Really? Thank you, Mr. Ben. I would love to be a cook's assistant." Mr. Ben smiled. "Good. You deserve it, Leo. You have earned it. Remember, in the land of opportunity, hard work and determination are rewarded." Leo felt so grateful to Mr. Ben. He had come to the land of opportunity with nothing but a dream. Now, he had a job he liked, he was learning new skills, and he was making friends. He was starting to build a new life. He knew it was just the beginning, but he was happy and hopeful for the future. Chapter 5. Learning and Growing in the City. Life became busier and more interesting for Leo. As a cook's assistant, he learned a lot about cooking different kinds of food. He learned to chop vegetables quickly, prepare sauces, and cook meat and fish. He worked alongside experienced cooks who taught him their skills and secrets. Leo loved learning new things. He asked questions, watched carefully, and practiced in his free time. He even bought a cookbook in English to learn more recipes. His English improved even more because he was using it every day at work and with his new friends. He made friends with some of his co-workers at the restaurant. They were from different countries and different backgrounds, just like the land of opportunity itself. They shared stories, laughed together, and helped each other. Leo felt like he was part of a new family. Sometimes, it was still challenging. There were days when the kitchen was very busy, and Leo felt tired and stressed. There were times when he missed his family and his village very much. But he remembered why he came to the land of opportunity. He remembered his dreams, and he knew he had to keep going. He called his family regularly. He told them about his job, his friends, and his new life in the city. His parents were so happy to hear that he was doing well. They were proud of him for working hard and making his own way. He sent them some money to help them.